Hi, and welcome. I'm Tanya Teller, founder of Spaciousness Works, and it is my joy and pleasure to walk you through our Change Strengths Index, which we created after decades of working with leadership teams, really helping them navigate change and complexity and turning it into shared purpose. So we created this tool, this assessment for you. It's quick, it's 20 questions. It should take you about 5 to 7 minutes to give you a snapshot, a mirror into where are you focusing your leadership and how is your team doing and experiencing change. So created this video and a whole series of them looking at different domains and different ways to use this assessment. Hope it's helpful. Let me know in the comments, a DM or an email if you need to know, hear anything else, be guided, any confusions, any excitements. We'd love to hear it all. All right, so you'll see the timer up in the corner because I am keeping these videos to the amount of time that it should take you to do the assessment. All right, so let's dive in. You're going to take the assessment, you're going to focus on the last 3 to 6 months, and when you get your results, it'll take you to a page that has your executive snapshot. And we love giving you data in different ways. So what you'll see on this page is both a radar chart for those of us who are visual and want to see how we're doing across the 5 domains. It will also, because just as important as the parts is the whole, which is what's your overall score, ranging from high capacity to stabilize before scaling. And you'll want to keep track of this overall score as you make adjustments. This is a free assessment, so you can keep coming back as you need to get the feedback and the overall picture that you need. And then you'll see an explanation of the 5 domains where you answered the questions and where you scored in all of those. So if you want to hear more about the entire assessment in detail, questions, tips, and information, you can scroll down to the bottom, watch the video that Stephen and I created, which is part of our YouTube channel. I'll just preview that here really quickly. That's about 13 minutes. All right, but in this video, what I'd love to talk about is leadership resilience and coherence, that domain. And what that domain really looks at is this balance that leaders walk between empathy and accountability, and not just to your team, but also with yourself. So you'll see that you'll have answered some questions that range from, in times of pressure, how do you stay grounded and make clear decisions? What does recovery look like after setbacks? How do you keep the team aligned on what matters most when there's competing priorities? And do your leaders bring the emotional tone to change, calm, steady, constructive? So in this domain, one of the ways to think about it once you get your snapshot of your strengths is to then ask yourself some questions around how are we as leaders building our capacity to have the emotional tone that we want. So if that's strong already, or strong for some but not all, we often will engage in asking questions around how do you self-manage, build the resilience to have the kind of calm and consistent, steady, and constructive emotional tone that you bring to meetings, especially under change or challenging times. So we'd like to ask for some of the positive deviance in the team and examples. Other things we can do if it's not currently one of your strengths is that everybody has a story from a time when they were on a team, or there was a moment where they were able to, as a leader, or have a leader who could really hold a steady, calm, consistent, constructive emotional tone. And so we ask for those stories Who was the person? What did they do? How did that make you feel? How did that inspire you? How did that enable you to navigate change? And through those stories and those practical ideas, we create them and we share them as tips, and we practice them as a leadership team to help us really build our resilience and our coherence. So look at the different questions, see how you're either doing it well or maybe stories of how you've done it well in the past. See if you can identify one or two tips and then bring that back to your team, share it, amplify it, normalize it, and notice how your emotional tone and your coherence and your resilience grows. So that's one of the ways to use this Change Strength Index. Let us know if you have any more comments, need some more guidance, feedback, other ways to apply. We'd love to be in touch with you and continue to guide you in this journey.